rusty, are we?
Ahoy folks, this is Craig signing in for Pure Xbox to bring you our review of the upcoming Game Pass Day 1 Persona 5 Tactica. This review was written by wordsmith PJ O'Reilly for PureXbox.com and turned into video by me. So, let's do this, Phantom Thieves.
Okay.
Roger that.
Here I come.
Let's do this.
Leave it to me.
ATLUS Games' phenomenal Persona 5 has already provided us with a couple of successful spin-offs in the form of Dynasty Warriors crossover Persona 5 Strikers and the rhythm action effort Persona 5 Dancing in Starlight. Now, the Phantom Thieves return for yet another side gig in the form of Persona 5 Tactica, a tactical turn-based adventure that gives us more excuses to spend time with our coolest pals.
You're doing great.
As we catch up with Joker, Morgana, Arn, Ryuji, and the rest of the crew for this latest outing, we find them hanging out at Cafe La Blanc when suddenly, mid-gossip, everyone is whisked off to an alternate universe and right into the middle of a great big fight. In this alternate realm, a resistance group known as the Rebel Corps is attempting to push back against the mysterious Legionnaires, a military-style outfit run by Lady Marie, a rather strange and very angry type who seems to be trying to organize the world's most violent wedding.
What stupid children! You honestly thought you stood a chance against me?
The Phantom Thieves immediately cross swords with Lady Marie, but are soon completely outgunned before being rescued by Arena, a member of the Rebel Corps resistance.
I'm Arena, the Rebel Corps leader. And who are you two?
It's now up to you to join forces with these rebels, take down Marie, and rescue a number of your friends who have been hypnotized into doing her bidding. Of course, as with any Persona joint, it's as much about the story as it is the fighting, but we don't want to go around spoiling any of the surprises in store for fans here, beyond confirming that the narrative in Persona 5 Tactica manages to live up to the series' strong run of form.
Now tell me, are you all happy?
This is typically well-written and acted stuff, as effortlessly charming as ever, and if you've been hankering for a little more from the gang, then you're gonna find plenty of delight over the course of a roughly 30-hour campaign. As with the series' previous spin-offs, Persona 5 Tactica brings a couple of transformational changes to the core gameplay experience. This time around, we're indulging in tactical action that serves up XCOM-style shenanigans, whilst also managing to retain the unique flavor of the fifth main entry in the Persona franchise.
Operation Hack and Slash complete.
The combat here is all about movement and positioning, with flanking maneuvers and sneaky strategies rewarded with powered-up attacks and special moves. Where Persona 5 itself focuses on elemental and physical weaknesses on the battlefield, demanding that you use the right attacks on the right enemies at the right time. Now the focus is on cover, pushing foes out of position in order to set them up for big-time damage. Right off the bat, we're introduced to the usual tactical setup with aspects such as limited movement and attack ranges that you'll need to consider as you plan what steps you'll take on your turn. There's a nice amount of flexibility in how you can swap between all members of your party at any time, and characters have an impressive range of movement and attacks available to them from the get-go. Once a battle commences, you'll need to consider your positioning straight away. It's crucial to get out of the open and use cover to ensure you avoid damage. From here, it's all about moving in on your foes in order to tear them from protected positions. And to do this, we can make use of lots of guns for ranged staggers, melee attacks that allow you to shove or punch opponents into the open, and a whole bunch of special Persona abilities that are specific to each member of your team. This time around, the likes of Morgana uses their wind-based Persona abilities to blow foes right out of their covered positions so that teammates can attack them unhindered, rather than having the elemental aspect of the attack be the important part of the maneuver. So far, so straightforward, but it's in the style of how Persona 5 Tactica goes about all of this, in how clever it is about its various systems and how they interlink that makes this such an addictive game to play. It's the sort of tactical effort where we always want just one more battle before we take a break. One of the key aspects to this fun is in the game's one more turn mechanic, which sees you gifted with another move on your current turn if you manage to down an enemy. You can continue to pummel bad guys as long as you can get somebody down, and this gives you the opportunity to string together vicious combos of maneuvers that clear entire battlefields in short order.
Doing well, Panther.
Thinking ahead and planning how you'll squeeze your foes out into the open is the name of the game, and you'll be rewarded with extended attacks, boosts and boons for considering how you tackle enemies carefully. Settling into a scrap, choosing which members of your squad to roll with, and ensuring you've equipped your favorite powers and skills. Yes, there's also plenty of unlockable skills and powers to get busy adding to your repertoire. It's first and foremost about reading the environment, choosing who to deal with as a matter of urgency, and then whittling down your foes as fast as you can by mixing one more turn opportunities with a few other helpful mechanics.
Get ready for this.
Position your party in just the right triangular formation around an opponent, for example, and you can then down an enemy in order to trigger an explosive all-out attack that can wipe entire platoons off the map. Stand on special highlighted squares during battles and you can regain health or power up an attack. And refraining from attacking in one turn gives you a boost to your attack in the next.
Firing!
Nice one, Arena. Shots fired.
All of this shapes the action here into an addictive and enjoyable strategic affair that ramps up nicely as things progress, giving you plenty of ridiculous boss battles and situations to fight your way out of, whilst engaging you with the usual high standard of narrative work.
If someone loses over 50% of their blood, they're done for!
It's not the toughest example of the genre out there, make no mistake, but it gives you enough to think about at all times that there's plenty of satisfaction to be wrought from completing its battles with distinction and ticking off any side challenges as you go. In terms of the action and story then, Persona 5 Tactica is more of the good stuff from ATLUS. But what about the divisive art style? We'll be honest, we've never really been sold on the whole chibi thing in any game to the point it's kind of putting us off getting hyped for this one. But thankfully, it's all good in practice. As much as the character models aren't really for us, any issues we had with them very quickly took a backseat as ATLUS's knack for stylish graphical flourishes, slick world building, and effortlessly charming characters worked its magic.
I expected as much from you.
There are a few minor annoyances here and there. We especially found ourselves tiring of the repeated lines of dialogue from friends and foes during battles. Some of the main enemy designs are a little drab, and occasionally the flow of action feels disrupted by long conversations and extended periods of downtime. But that's literally all of our slight issues here.
Oh, brother.
Yes, you could also argue that we've had more than enough of Joker and the gang by now, but honestly, as long as it continues to be this rich a vein to tap both narratively and in terms of gameplay, well, you won't hear us complaining.
Am I getting this right?
Yes, exactly that. Miss Nijima, was it? You're an excellent summarizer.
Persona 5 Tactica is another very solid and self-assured spin-off from ATLUS's stellar RPG franchise. Placing the Phantom Thieves in tactical turn-based battles works a treat here, with addictive and challenging strategy complemented by a slick sense of style, strong writing, and a campaign narrative that will keep fans happy. Whether you're here for Persona specifically, or you're just wanting another solid slice of tactical action to dig into, this one has got you well and truly covered. Now then, where is Persona 6? Will you be checking out Persona 5 Tactica when it lands on Xbox and Game Pass? Let us know in the comments below, and while you're at it, let us know if you think ATLUS should move on from Persona 5 or stick with Joker for the foreseeable. Be sure to check out PureXbox.com for reviews like this one, as well as subscribing to the channel here as well. All that's left to say is bye-bye for now. Cheerio!